Hello students, welcome to Solochem Lab. Today on the board, there is a 2024 UTME problem to be solved. The problem goes this way. Strong acid and strong base react to form dash salt. Strong acid and strong base react to form dash salt. And some options are given. Option A, amphoteric. Option B, acidic. C, normal. And then D, abnormal. The solution is presented on the board. On the board we have HCl, which is called a strong acid. Then we have sodium hydroxide, which is described as a strong base. And then the two react to produce NaCl, which we describe as a normal salt. Water is also produced as a second product, a byproduct. But we need to explain what each of these terms means. Strong acid, strong base, normal salt. First of all, when you were in SS1, you were taught that an acid is a substance which dissolves in water to produce hydrogen cations as the only positive ions. Do you remember? And you were given example. HCl is an example of an acid. When it dissolves in water, it produces hydrogen cations. That is H+, hydrogen cation, as the only positive ion. Again, a base. What is a base? A base is described as a substance which reacts with an acid to produce salt and water only. And this type of reaction is called neutralization reaction. You can also call it neutralization. Simply put, neutralization. What then is a strong acid? What is a strong acid? A strong acid is an acid which dissolves in water completely. An acid which dissolves in water completely and produces high concentration of hydrogen ions. Such an acid is called a strong acid. HCl is a good example of a strong acid. H2SO4 is another good example of a strong acid. H2SO4. That is tetraoxosulfate 6 acid. Is another example of a strong acid. Do you understand? Then, what is a strong base? First of all, let us define what an alkali is. An alkali is a base which dissolves in water. An alkali is a base which can dissolve in water. Example of an alkali is NaOH. NaOH is an example of an alkali. So any base that cannot dissolve in water is not called an alkali. Do you understand? A good example of a base which is not an alkali is magnesium oxide. The chemical formula of magnesium oxide is MgO. It is a base, but it does not dissolve in water, so we do not call it an alkali. Do you understand? What is a strong base? A strong base is any base that can dissolve in water completely and it produces high concentration of hydroxide ions. That is what we define as a strong base. NaOH is a good example of a strong base. So when a strong acid HCl reacts with a strong base NaOH, a salt and a salt is produced. I will call that salt a normal salt. and water is also produced. What then is a normal salt? A normal salt is a salt produced when all the replaceable hydrogen ions in an acid are replaced by a metallic ion or ammonium ion. Look at this example of acid here. How many replaceable hydrogen ions do we have? We have one replaceable hydrogen ion. That's one atom of hydrogen. What about this H2SO4? How many replaceable hydrogen ions does it have? We wrote H2SO4. So it has two replaceable hydrogen ions. So whenever you have an acid like this, the replaceable hydrogen ion is just one. Then in forming a salt, all the replaceable hydrogen ions are completely replaced by a metallic ion, this Na plus here. That kind of salt is called a normal salt. Do you understand? With all these explanations, can we go back and choose the correct option now? Students, which option are you going to choose? Option C. That's the correct option. Option C. A normal salt. So a strong acid and a strong base react to form normal salt. Do you have any question? Feel free to drop the question at the comment area of this video so that in our subsequent classes we will look at that question that you have dropped. For now, the class is concluded. We'll meet again.